Hey, what's up, Josh? I just want to show you this quick tutorial on a platform that I think is going to be really beneficial for the TAPP plan or report, and we can get into that kind of distinction later on. I just want to show you the platform and some of the features of it. So I'm using Adobe Form Central here, and imagine the way I like to explain it is a hybrid between SurveyMonkey, Adobe Acrobat, and Google Spreadsheet. So I'm trying to think of the end user being a regional lead, a triad, a triad member as an analyst or consultant who needs to input data but also extract the data and making it meaningful and easy as possible. So I think this is going to be the solution, and I'm really confident that we'll have a great tool here. So we'll move here. I'm just going to rather quickly. I just want to do a bird's eye view of some of the feature. Here's the design tab, here where we actually design the document, and when we I will create the form or the report and then share it with each of the regions. And in there, when I share it, I can actually share it with we call it add collaborators. So I can actually add their names in the regional lead and triad. So for instance, here I have Julie Sesser as being one of the contributors. So here you can see she is the co-author, contributor, or a reader, and I can select and make a distinguish between the three. So moving on, I'm going to go rather quickly here. The options here, this is when they receive an email, do they get a receipt or a notification. The one thing that I like to share here is a save web form. So here you can actually, when you create a web form, you can actually save it for a certain amount of days and set it up as a default. So people are halfway through finishing it, they can save it and retain the data. We're going to move on to the test. So that form that we created here, we can actually test it to see what it looks like, and I'm going to share with you some of the features that I mentioned about the date. Here's a cool thing: you can actually choose a date. You don't have to, have different versions of how the date is put in. Here's a select file, which is kind of cool that you can actually select different files from your hard drive. For instance, an agenda or an agreement that you had that you want to upload as some more resources. And here are the submit button and the save button. So it's been saved here, as you can see, for 4 days if you choose so, or if you submit it, it'll submit into the cloud. So that's a test, and we'll get into some of the words saved to later on. Now we're going to go into the distribute. So there's 3 ways you can actually distribute this form. You can distribute it as a web form, so I can actually copy this link and go here in a new tab, and here you have the information. So I'm going to choose today. I'm going to choose today here as a sample here. We're going to call ASD as being the grantee name. We're going to call this Josh Brady site. Attendance and expenditure will be the risk indicators. The need, I'm just going to put some generic text here for the sake of just filling out the form. All right, the TA, training and consulting, we'll say. Who offered the TA, we'll put Diego. And then again, some generic text here also to fill out. Right here, boom. And one more generic text here. And we'll just add this, and we're going to click submit. So thank you for completing the form. Boom. So we're going to go back into original, and you can already see there's already one response, one added response. So here's actually what we just filled out. So that in itself, I think, is pretty awesome. You can see the data here, and actually you can actually see the attachment from previous. That's an Excel sheet that someone uploaded. So then this is money in itself, that you took that form and it's already extracted it. You don't have to do any macros. You can save it as an Excel or as a PDF file. Then you can actually filter according to whatever your needs are. Like for instance, you can do it according to grantee name, right? So that's cool. Okay, so then also too, we're going to move here to the summary report. Now here is, since a lot of the data in this form is narrative data, you can't aggregate that. What you can aggregate, though, is the check boxes, so the risk indicators and the TA strategies. So again, I think this will help generate a report of noticing some trends. Is there a relationship between the risk indicators and then the TA strategy being used to provide TA? And again, you can actually make some modifications here. You can actually change the title here, and you can save it as a PDF or save it as an image as well. So again, I think this will be a cool, quick, and user-friendly tool for the triads when filling out their TAPP plan or report, and we can get into that discussion later.